To Eszti's right, a man with a familiar mop of upstanding hair. Love's most ardent champion. You barely recognize her, with a smile on her face. You don't have any photographs like this. You don't even know this many people. The one you should never have taken. The one that wasn't even yours. You turn away from the sideboard.
Kitchen's through there.
He gestures towards the adjacent room.
Yes, many little avenues for happiness. Quiet.
He laughs heartily.
3 years. Happy time. Oscar. Yes, good friend. He took a liking to my cousin, Gabrielle.
He points to a picture frame in which a giant woman towers beside Pascal, arm resting happily around his shoulders.
Oh, I was the postman. She always kept such a clean postbox. Started making me tea and, well...
He shrugs and winks. She married a man who knows everybody's name and address, and has access to their correspondence. Clever as duck.
Yes, it is. Us old people need love too, you know.
So beautiful.
Thank you. So kind. Okay then. Bye-bye.
Hello back there. Just give me one moment. You covered.
She hums happily to herself, fussing over plates and cups.
Lovely weather we've had, don't you think?
Her shoulders stiffen at the sound of your voice. The humming stops.
Asha.
Mouth set in a grim line. Slight twitch under her right eye.
What a surprise.
She pats her left hand dry on the tea towel hanging from the cupboard. There are tiny little daisies on it.
Once told me that you loved Portofino. Well, I overheard you shouting that you did. Oh. Biscuits? I'll just put a selection onto a plate. I have some new ones, actually. Chocolate. You're welcome. It'll be nice to catch up. To what do I owe this unexpected visit? Our enemies? I haven't heard from Novesta in 5 years. Yes, we do as we are assigned. You put me with Emter, you abandoned me to Emter. With Emter, I remain. But you didn't. And I dealt with the consequences. I was hunted by an enemy that surrounded me. I had nowhere to go, nobody to call.
She lowers her head to stare at the red checkerboard flooring, at a point about 2 feet from your right foot.
What did the opera do with you after you extracted yourself? Archives, Makes sense. But you're out now. In theater, I take it. I've built a happy life here. Pascal is a very kind man. I am lucky to have him. No, I married him because I was lonely and afraid, and I saw his kind face every day.
Alone in her apartment, knife under her pillow, she dreads the sound of footsteps approaching her door until she learns to recognize his.
Gentle, sincere, reliable. He's everything I once thought I'd left behind. I will not put his safety at risk for anything. There is nothing to know. Did you ever marry? No, I don't suppose you would. Your presence in my apartment alone is dangerous for me. How did you find the address? We both know that isn't true. Work-related. Right. Take a seat. I'll make us that coffee.
She spins towards you, arm raised. Your mind's eye lands on a slender file, cold to the touch. Its pages speak of a convent whose adherents speak an enchanted language, capable of rendering listeners powerless. At the foot of the final page, you find the word Karasukate, subdue. Your former asset freezes. A vein bulges on her jaw, cerulean. To your left, salt rattles in its shaker. Smoke curls from her cigarette. She watches you from its haze. She cannot look away. Her weapon is now yours, a medical syringe loaded into an auto-injector. She staggers and sways, released from the word's control, limbs twitching as they come back online.
Oh!
A deep, choking gasp. She couldn't breathe. She pants, hair sticking to her forehead, still recovering from the command. The side reads sodium thiopental, truth serum. Ash crumples from the cigarette in her mouth. In the next room, her husband coughs. Good thing he's deaf, or you'd have both of them to contend with. You're in control. You could either use the syringe on her, run for it, or break it and forget this ever happened. You won't forget this ever happened. Nor will she. Stab you. Obvious. You'd be proving her right about you. Be the better person. She taps her right heel on the floor, watching you. You grab the dial at the top of the injector and twist it hard to the right. Something snaps. You drop it and crush the pieces with your heel.
Damn you, Herschel.
The cigarette hangs limply from her mouth as she pushes her palms into her eyes. The palm push of surrender. She's done. Her nostrils flare.
Fine. Sit. What choice do I have?
You sit across from each other. Between you, a plastic tablecloth, assorted plates. Pajamas, but no slippers. As she warms her feet on her husband.
What on earth do you want from me, Herschel? What are you here to scavenge? You want the Lucian diplomat? What on... No, don't answer. I don't want to know. Not a word more. This is the bank, and a high-value prisoner. They will ask for a lot. Yes. I will find you the right contact, yes. But I want to be clear that I accept no further part in this. Expect a contact from the MTER Negotiation Division, and nothing ever again from me. They have no choice in the matter. It is not theirs to know. If you feel the need, do it yourself.
You will have to re-establish contact with him yourself then. But there's no way you'll get back into that jail. You could try rewiring the phone network to the intercom. Find a payphone. See if it's possible.
Herschel.
She sighs, deeply.
I don't believe you. What do you want? What did you call us? Your whole sick crew? What about it?
She shakes her head, slowly.
It's a wonder he made it past 40 the way he lived. But I'm guessing it wasn't the drugs that took him in the end. Who was it?
Could have been anyone who killed him, she means.
No. For his kind, I believe it does not. No, of course not. I never even heard from him when we actually worked together. Yes. That's what I was trying to tell you that day. But you never called me back.
She nods, looks down. She doesn't know what to say. She let Carolina down too.
Yes. I don't imagine she is. Sorry to hear that. He was young. Was it to do with the network, or...? Then we're living on time stolen from him. I'll say a prayer. Nothing. Back in Rustam, I hope. Agreed. I bet you do. Same way as you. Oh, for God's sake, Herschel. Communists aren't good for anything, except making themselves miserable and believing themselves better people for it. Look at you. And they betrayed me. They left me here to die. No. No. Poor man, he was doing so well. It's the pressures of the job. The ambassador's wife. He has such a fragile heart. She should feel lucky to be loved by a man like that. He'll come back to himself eventually. I believe in him. I do not think of Frederick, the junior negotiator. There is a slime to him, certain sheen. It's nothing to do with my department anyway.
Her face does not change.
I suggest you persuade her to stop. I will not. I don't want to know that.
Her voice a low hiss.
Now stop. Stop it. Yes. I didn't. I'm still here. There was an internal investigation. I passed. Nerve, planning, attention to detail. They executed the interviews with a maddening bureaucratic precision. Every file, every movement, every sneeze accounted for. I started to hallucinate. Imagine crimes I never committed. My hair fell out. I thought I was made many times. It's called macrame. Yes, fuchsia.
She closes her eyes for a moment. Sighs.
I wasn't always like this, Herschel. I was ambitious, principled, effective. I had the follow-through that you lack. I had a streak of successful assignments and every reason to expect I was in line for a substantial reward. Then you came along.
And now she has macrame.
What now? Yes. Goodbye, Herschel.
Sitting atop a pile of yellowing newspapers and dog-eared crossword magazines is a long. He holds a long pipe in one languid paw. His posture relaxed despite the twin blades chained to his back. His name curls around.
Hey, my cup!
He stares at you with confusion.
And now you're trying to steal from us. Of course.
His little painted eyes are unfocused, a faint smile on his snout. A bitter herb. Smoking it is what keeps him grounded in the present moment. The moment will come, if that's what you seek. Who's Placid Wolf's guy? Where can we get some? Acidity and happiness are sometimes confused for each other. This is a mistake. One day he will run out of bitter herb. Then he shall remember his true name and be Pascal grins at you. You return to the postbox. You step away from the mail.
Finally get up to speed, Operath. Just catching up on my shows. You see this one? Big and Loose, supposedly.
On the screen, a black wolf swings an iron slab of a sword through a row of chrome-plated adversaries. Arterial blood spurts forth in bright red gouts.
Probably a few too many by my count. Maybe the techno-future's not for me. Reminds of something else I saw recently. One of the opera's finest infiltrates a secret M-turn jail, then guts it out against one of their most sadistic interrogators. Bold, reckless.
An uncanny buzz in the air, as though a director might pop out of any one of those doorways yelling, "Car!" Cue your main theme. Synth-driven with a few woodwinds and an upright bass tossed in for organic effect.
Of course, some would say that's a bad thing when you're a spy. Different tastes, I suppose.
In any event, seeing our protagonist disappear into an empty labor camp was no way to end the season. Had to make some calls.
The girl, the paper heart. You know your role, operant. Play it.
Let's just say you got my little it detector chirping. Now the opera's got you on a daring new assignment, set to strike the hidden face of mass culture itself. Let's see if you can make it up to all those you let down the last time.
You're not really about to spill your guts to a null entity, are you?
Take it from one who's been around. The bank didn't become the bank by taking the shit end of the term sheet.
On the television, the Black Wolf's shadow extends over the last of his foes. A trembling angel lifts a bloody hand.
Okay. Besides, there's others who may want a piece of your heart if you're open to alternative bids.
As it happens, I still know some people in the Ministry of Mass Culture. Old friends, you know. I can make a few inquiries on your behalf in return for your help with a personal matter. A little archival research with a touch of smash and grab. Have you made it to the Capitulo track yet? Worth your time. Fascinating local lore out there. Remnants of Nesta's galactic boondoggle and whatnot. Widely believed to have blown up. Key distinction. Fast forward some years. I'm in the Eastern Republics on a little job. Client has me hounding former leads in MTER's Public Perceptions Division.
The bank's propaganda mob.
My target's a retired filmmaker. I get him in a hotel bar, standard stuff, drinks and defection. Simplest methods never fail. Well, as it happens, I misjudged my man's tolerance. Next I know, I'm dragging him out of a hookah parlor at 3 a.m. I lay him out in a vacant lot, smack him around a bit. He's lolling up at the stars, babbling about Portaferro, 77 and Project Autonomie. His tour de force and Gesamtkunstwerk rolled into one. special and practical effects, scale models, multiple camera angles, dozens of simultaneous feeds, not to mention an actual rocket launch. You think that's bad? Here's more. That wasn't a weather satellite it was carrying either. No. What young Cascade saw was a pre-recorded video, seamlessly intercut and simultaneous.
A flawless timepiece of coordination and execution. Take
Strange business hours, success and failure share the same rituals. Relevant parties stashed somewhere nice and chilled. Records obliterated. Impossible to say for certain what is or was. By this point, my man's brain is practically cooking in hashish. Narration growing hazier by the minute. Space lore, who gives a shit? As I mentioned, rinky-dink setup. No signs of it detected. Enter office drummer, who's up and down in the corporate catacombs. La la la. Can't help it, I suppose. Old feelings creep up, scents in the air and so on. Nothing. Indeed. My target vanishes like a hooker at daybreak. When he rematerializes a week later, he's near frozen, zipped up in a gym bag in the unpressurized hold of a cargo plane. Responsible. I picked up the tab at the bar and the hookah parlor. Besides, the inspectors declared it a simple case of aeroerotic misadventure.
the old man gives you a slow nod.
Here, the trail would have gone cold, but for this. Before he misadventured himself into that gym bag, my target gave me HKT-04/17-E, a reference number for certain records from Project Autonomia, forgotten in the archives of a decommissioned rocket silo. You've been paying attention. That's good. The Grand Lich's time of arrival.
Time, place, weapon, squad. 1/4 of your plot in hand. Meanwhile, The end credits have begun to roll on the little mounted television. Your eye catches on the words. Produced in collaboration with the Ministry of Mass Culture. Ave Imperio Luminoso.
A better deal than you'll get from the bank, I guarantee you. Look at me. I'm a sad old man in an ugly shirt. Bad schnapps and historical tragedies are pretty much all that keep me going. Very good. Here. Expect you'll need one of these. Hope you bought a good pair of walking shoes as well. I understand the stairs are formidable. If I knew, there'll be no task operant. Not weather reports, I'll tell you that much. I understand the archives are in a state of disarray, ravages of time and so on. Still, I'm sure there's lots of interesting stuff down there, if you feel the horror of the blank space coming on. Portaferro in the early 80s was a different animal. Between Nestor's final exeunt and the economic meltdown, lots of things were simply lost or forgotten. A sizable portion of Portaferro's foreign currency reserves, dozens of tons of highly caustic chemicals. Why not? Perhaps certain records inconsistent with the prevailing picture of reality. Doubt it would be of interest to the opera, sadly, at least in its current incarnation. It would have lit up desk lights all over Novessa.
A spiraling column of amber and green lights, 20 stories deep, pulsing as one.
The archives are on sub-level 3. Can't be more than a few hundred, probably. Well, this has been a fine change of scenery, but I should return to the Fog Mirror. We'll rendezvous there once you've got the records.
Hard to say. According to the official records, I was never there at all. Question of timelines and such. All the same, hard not to root for the old club. One hates to see the capitalists and techno-fascists to just walk away with it. It is. But that doesn't mean the two have to be at odds. A tip, operant. You could waste your days sniffing my rapidly disappearing gluteus, trying to guess if I'm a double, a triple, or any other fancy. Or you...
Information has a half-life. At all times, windows close. Sees what is there. A cost-benefit analysis. The probability of determining the why of him is near zero. Conversely, the utility of him is high.
As the old ones say,
You were standing here at a house party when you saw the unmistakable bulk of Tempo del Sur clambering over the rooftops towards you.
Herschel.
A lopsided smirk on his face, an unusually light gait, the look of the expertly fucked.
Hoity-toity penthouse over there. He had silk sheets, Herschel.
He thrusts a cigarette into your hand, lights his own, leans back and grins benevolently at the world, giving you a glimpse of a white-powdered nostril.
I heard the future tonight, Hirsch. The Illuminados are waking up, Hirsch. Dancing to a new form of electropop, a big wave gathering. Developed world's got no idea. No idea. Listen, what's coming is coming. All we can do is make a ton of fucking money from it.
He grabs your arm and drags you down to Party Alley, yelling at every DJ to play those fascist cunts with the hair. You gaze up at Ultravioletta caught mid-song, enshrined in purple. Music emanates from a nearby low-fidelity speaker. Disorientating. He's both ahead of you and behind you at the same time. An expression of exquisite emptiness stares back at you. Strange eyes beneath a crown of foxglove. Because sad sells. Everybody's sad. And because she'd rather be someone else. Ultravioletta, according to the projection text. Below the name it reads, "Cover the moon when I'm gone. Artist and song." A delicate voice weaves through slow chords, then soars over a crescendo. The sadness in it seems meant for you, and you alone. Fragments of old faces begin to reassemble in your subconscious. Cover the moon when I'm gone. I'll make you miss me like a sad song. The girl continues to stare beyond as you turn from the projection. The cleaning tuk-tuk with its... The tuk-tuk remains in its place. You pick up the payphone's handset. A dolphin emblem smiles at you, its eyes wide. The dolphin doesn't poke back, but it might consider it at this point if it had any sort of brain to consider retribution. Step 1. Take the casing off the front housing with your screwdriver. After unscrewing the fastenings at each corner of the housing, you tug at the plastic until it reluctantly comes away. Underneath. Step 2. Spin the dial on the right until you find the intercom frequency. Crackling electronic waves break against an anodic shore. The occasional snippet from a conversation breaks up the rhythm, a word at a time. As you turn the dial, one word you hear makes you instinctively stop. He cannot hear you. Not yet. Before that is enabled, you need to save this channel and give it a number to streamline any future calls. Step 3. Hold down the lever with the word reserve above it for at least 3 seconds. In your ear, a voice. Connection reserved. Please input an 8-digit contact number that will be assigned to this channel. You will need to remember this number. No need to make it difficult. That number is already taken, says the voice. Please input an 8-digit contact number. That number is already taken, says the voice. Please input an 8-digit contact number. Number accepted, says the voice on the phone. Please.
Yes, what do you... Wait. Who's there? I can't see you. Or have my eyes at last renounced their function? Ah, it's you. I was sure you were dead. Supposedly. And you've contrived some way to speak to me through this little box. Very well. What do you want? An interesting question for one who's fleeing the light or the shadows. Has your time here got you techno-curious? Sure. We'll keep it professional. Nothing your superiors would feel compelled to record for your inevitable denunciation. A long time ago, there was a clever man whose name has been scraped from the Universal Registry. That's why everyone calls him Anonimo.
A name you recognize from your political theory training. A quasi-mythical figure, The first man to describe the ideology now known as techno-fascism, dead 150 years before the invention of the computer chip.
Now, our hero came to understand that history as we knew it was coming to an end. He could not say when or why, but he foresaw it before anybody else. This clever man advised the Emperor that the end of history will require a final subject, one that could only be fashioned by a final society.
Some
It's going to be oh so great. Here, the last vestiges of the individual dissolve in a suspension of horrible wonders. They say history is the only true consciousness, a great pulsating body of humanity longing on a mass scale. Divorced from that, it's nothing but a dim bulb flickering in a water closet. Discreet, pointless, smelling vaguely of urine. Don't misunderstand. There's no restarting history. Anonymous saw that coming more than a century before Latour Wolgar. What's necessary is to fashion a new consciousness, the final subject, who can act on history directly. The final subject will be a man wearing God's face or God wearing man's. The subject sculpts the mask. Still unconvinced. Look around. Tell me what else is on offer. An infant ideology, always on the cusp of its first step, yet stumbling on its heel. By we, you mean your dear Superblog and its party? The ones who used to say humanity was on the verge of utter calamity and millennia of darkness, until they cut a deal with the liberals. Face it, Latour Wolgar was a horrendous betrayal of mankind. The suicide note for a century. Without it, there might not have been a need for the Illuminated Empire to unmake the damage. Of course, you can't just lead with suicide and the philosophy of history. That's what the electropop is for. Ah, what relief. You've set an old man's mind at ease. But now I'm curious what you intend to do with them. Does that mean you've decided to help me get out of this place? Joy. Denev has seen fit to raise me up from my despair. What's the price? I suspected as much, of course. But tell me, why does your opera want to kill the Lucian Minister of Mass Culture?
No judgment in his voice. His curiosity is innocent, almost childlike.
Why should you? You're just the errand girl. So I'm to play the traitor's theme. Help a gang of communist thugs assassinate my friend and master, all to disrupt our brilliant march toward the final society.
The line hums. Dank water.
Sure, nameless one. No problem. Be serious. They took everything when they tossed me in here. I haven't even got sleeves. I only hope that you don't plan to shoot me in the back of the head at your earliest convenience. An ignominy.
You can practically feel the fetid water sloshing about his feet.
Seeing as how you've already secured my exit papers, I suppose that means we have a deal. And what about my other requests? Tempo gave me certain assurances. Nothing extravagant. Safe passage to Novessa, a residence permit and a little apartment in the old town, a lectureship at the Polytechnic. Totally.
Speculative freelancing. Your old asset had no authority to make offers on behalf of the opera.
Splendid. Then I'll await your word. See, I was true to my word. What do you make of our techno-glories? No, not copies. Imprints. The difference is subtle and vast. What it attempts to do is copy the mental pictures the machinery generates. Even then, the picture quality tends to be shit. The tragic beauty of the prototype.
Trapped between the old reality that created it and the new one it failed to bring about.
Begin with the memory. The more formative, the better. What the device does is transfer that memory from... Of course, under normal circumstances, the mind would simply reject this false memory, the same way the body might reject a foreign organ. What a sweet way to think of it. Simply an exchange of home. Naturally, the process works best on catatonics and simpletons.
Like your unfortunate double, for instance.
Assuming the subject is sufficiently pliant, the transferred memory imprints itself. A new psyche that mimics that of whoever supplied the memory. That's the idea, anyway. Of course, the quality of the copy depends on many factors. The vividness of the memory, the suitability of the subject, and so on. He did not, and I didn't ask. Because I didn't want to know. Just as he never asked what I intended to do when I left the Illuminated Empire.
You can't betray what you don't know.
I abused my authority and betrayed an old associate in the Ministry of Futurisms. I expect he's dead already. If not, he will be soon. You must understand, there are only 15 of these devices in existence. This is the only one outside the Illuminated Empire. The mere fact that I've shared its existence with you, a foreigner, a communist, a spy, would be grounds to execute me as a traitor thrice over. That's an excellent question.
A dry, barking laugh. It reverberates off the walls of the cell, and it dawns on you that you've delivered the punchline to a cosmic joke only he will understand.
I'm at your disposal.
Nearly all defectors are driven by one of 4 factors. Perhaps a partial explanation, but incomplete. He's more at ease behind the curtain than in front of it. The ironic tone, the deflections, the allusions to persecution, taken together, they suggest.
A grave insult. I'm a loyal servant of Facundo Reyes and the Ministry of Mass Culture. You have given so much as I. That's between Facundo and myself. You can't understand.
The lock clicks, then releases.
I already told you about Brilliant Obscura Anonimo, but I left out something important. Something very few know outside the ministries of the Illuminated Empire. You see, our clever hero realized that if he were to actually build the final society, he would first need to defeat the 3 fears. Lo incognito, of unknowing. He conquered through technoscience that extended humanity's dominion over material reality. El otro, the other. He conquered through all-powerful techno-statecraft that united and purified the people through overwhelming violence. Very good, the people said. More, more. By now, Anonimo was growing very, very old. That only left La Muerte, death itself, the greatest fear of all. And Anonimo realized he wouldn't conquer it before it conquered him. So he was forced to get creative. The Emperor's minions found a boy, from Anonimo's same small village even, and they set about trying to imprint our hero's consciousness onto this fresh lad's developing psyche. These were early techno days, days of physical and mental tortures, sleep deprivation, anything to shush the boy's own inner voice and replace it with anonymity. The first tenet of techno-science. The horror is beside the point. The real sin is that it failed. Our boy fucked himself out a window. So the minions barred the windows and got another boy. That one hanged himself, and so on and on, Until one day, a monotheist mystic from Mircea introduced Anonimo to the principles of guided dreaming.
The motif of dream instruction recurs periodically throughout Mercy in history and culture, most recently as a weight loss fad.
Soon the Empire was secretly raising dozens of boys according to a strict regimen drawn from the recollections of Anonymous diaries. By night, his theories and essays were gently massaged into their dreams like raw dough. Don't worry, it gets even sadder. Most of them failed too, but not all. When Great Anonimo finally shit his enormous bed, he left 3 imprints that he acknowledged as possible facsimiles of himself. But they would not see the end of history either, even as a new generation of minds were imprinted from them, and so on and so on.
As you take in his words, it dawns on you that he's led you all the way to the precipice of a great realization.
Yes, not only Facundo. The entire ruling caste of the Illuminated Empire is a single decaying mind in violent ever more refined dream guidance techniques, MRI machines, and dissociative anesthetics can't avert this basic fact. With each generation, Anonimo resembles himself less and less. You can imagine the promise. Less degradation and deviation without the human cost of the old methods. A truly techno solution to the third fear, our best chance to produce the final subject. No. The burning horizon recedes further into the distance.
He seems to think about this for some
I'm not sure. All I know is I don't see the radiant techno future when I close my... A small village along the coast. A beautiful woman playing the bandoneon. Abundant fish hauled from the water by skirted men and grilled over coals right on the beach. Their flavor enhanced with nothing but black bits of their own carbonized flesh and a squeeze of lemon. Even if I never make it, death en route sounds vastly better than waiting for our mutual antagonists to bash Facundo's itinerary from my brains. Nice try, nameless one. But no, I like my secrets where they are. If you want me to share, you've got to get me out.
The receiver clicks back into place. The Reno tells you step away from the page.
Loneliest.
His half-hooded eyes struggle to locate yours.
Goodbye.
You return to the animal zone. You turn away from the... An assortment of cargo crates sit, amazed. You're not meant to be able to. You step away.
With pleasure. Breaking into houses and hearts. All right. I'll be seeing you.
You return to the animal zone. You return to the animal zone. Carl was here. 10 plus Y, heart. Unstoppable trade forever. You slip your lockpick into the keyhole at the bottom of the shutter. You hear it click open. There's a loud metallic clank, and then it lifts up. Thick spiderwebs stretch and break. You duck low beneath the shutter and out of sight. Amid the chaos and disrepair, the ghost of what this room used to look like emerges for a moment. Walls lined with cages large and small, the faux rainforest cacophony of chirps, squawks, and yips, and in the center of the room, a circle of people crowding around a brightly lit patch.
20 on the tiger beetle.
By day, a normal pet shop. On weekend nights, they used to clear out a space for invertebrate death matches. Mostly beetles, occasionally a tarantula. Ramses used to love this stuff. The perfect balance of pointlessness and grit.
Who are you going for, H? Tiger or stag? Let's fucking go.
The competitors are released. Suddenly, Ramses leans in and exhales. A pressurized column of smoke strikes the floor and expands.
Been holding that one inside. Fucking got to bless them, you know?
For a moment, stillness. Suddenly, you hear an awful chainsaw buzzing. The two beetles.
Here we fucking go.
Your words ring out in the empty space. The room is back to its current state of disrepair, still vaguely smelling of animal fur. The memory is gone, and so is Ramses.
Your presence is weak. Fate delivers me an unworthy adversary.
The creature's eyes glow with cunning flame. Its ears tuft delightfully in every direction. Long grey toes ripple over a mountain of trinkets as it inspects you. Broken cages everywhere. This could be an escapee. His petrifyingly lovable whiskers ripple in amusement. He's real. Nothing has monkey physics like that but monkey.
Tremble before the majesty of my realm and of...
Is this the dog thief? It is standing on what looks like a pile of stolen goods. Hard cut to his tiny face. Crash zoom. His golden eyes flash.
I'm king of trade! Equals in commerce tolerated. If there were any. Ha ha ha! Yeah. Villain of trade! Display your objects that I might make laughing stock of them. Secret sources. Knowledge denied.
Where else would it get this stuff?
Do not consider yourself my equal. Contradiction shrugged upon. Yes, yes, challenger enters.
He wriggles his toes, drawing your attention to the pile of miscellaneous objects atop which he stands.
Nonsense words. Shattering imbecile ignored. Ha ha ha! The scepter!
The monkey rummages his heinous little hands through his objects and produces a long, light blue tube, the end a horribly rubbery pink. You can read the words Pre-Breeder 6ZR on the side.
Ha ha ha! Ultra vanquish mode.
The pre-breeder begins to vibrate in his demonic half-balled mitts. He swings it around a few times, then wrestles it back off again. A sneer waves impressively across his jagged lips. He rummages into his pile of stuff.
Symbolism unnecessary. Monarchy absolute. Apart from shame.
He closes one eye to consider you, carefully, before lifting.
Dynamic yet functionless.
The monkey bares his teeth at you.
Not talk. Business correspondence.
Remember the box of dubbed martial arts tapes that one of your mother's work friends smuggled in for you when he came to visit in '79? You watched Iron Petal so many times you could recite her lines, practice her moves, cheer her to victory against her nemesis Johnny Chasm.
Ha ha ha! I do as I do. Unthwartable schemes forever.
Indeed.
You seek the unit!
The monkey descends into a series of gnashing shrieks and limb spasming in excitement and outrage at your quest.
Ha ha ha! Puny one. If you seek my prize, the unit, you must offer something of great.
The monkey reaches a mortifying fist into the pile of objects at his feet. The fist.
Behold, the unit. What have you for my best treasure to trade? Your soul is worth nothing here. You were taught by fools. Ah, ah, ooh. Oh. Trade.
Forest trinkets, veterinary tools, a detached bicycle. It looks like a dinosaur rampaged through The monkey bares his teeth at you. He flicks his ears in excitement.
Commence economic combat! Prove yourself. Pathetic! Already have one!
This wolf's face is nearly covered by a dark curtain-like mane. On the side of the cup in curling letters, Dream Wolf.
Ridiculous notion discarded! There is no rain in the realm. No rain! Fertile color. Pleasing hue. Ruttings abound.
He flings the tiny cosmonaut fig.
Trade completed. Foolish question. Dreams cannot be traded.
The geezers of his nostrils erupt with curiosity.
A curse. Take it with you. No trade. Farewell, combat.
The desk is as you left it. You turn from the desk. You can make out an impression of a cosmonaut suit, a relic of Project Autonomia. Its shoulder, your focus widened.
What? Shit.
He reaches for the figurine, then changes his mind.
Pretty fucking confident in yourself. Think it'll actually work?
Fear, hope, and jealousy.
Right, yeah. Do you though? No, yeah. I'm warning you. If it gets even a little bit weird, I'm pulling the plug on you both.
He's silent for a long, rare moment.
What are you saying, Tiger Pussy? Well, hope again, Tiger Pussy. Remember what I said.
Her eyes settle on the cosmonaut. She had.
But Septimus said that it wasn't there. Right. I was kind of thinking that. He knows I don't want to do this. Yeah, he's not very good at it. He would have found it had I really wanted him to, but he knew I didn't. No, but I don't want to back out now, Hirsch.
She takes the cosmonaut, smoothing her thumbs in an alternating rhythm over its torso. She nods. Her grip tightens on the figurine, and the shock of lost time returning to her.
I can hear birdsong, feel the hood over my face. It smelled like other people's sweat, stale. Sound of their tools, metal scraping, but that's it. Go get the headset, Hirsch. I'll turn off the REM repeaters again.
She doesn't look at you, just replaces her headset and leans back, cosmonaut on her chest. Light refracts within your cornea. You are someone else, somewhere else. A man and a woman look down at you and at each other. Intimacy and pleasure in their gaze when it connects. They're a casual intimacy to the interrogator's posture, slouched towards each other. Their partners.
She's confused. I told you not to hit her in the head.
Yeah.
We just need a name, dear. Your opera handler. Who got you into this whole mess?
I'll try again.
Brace yourself. Knuckles dig swift into your eye socket and back out again. Next to your nose, something cracks.
For fuck's sake.
The room scrambles, fades, returns. You can feel something in your ears now. The woman caresses a device in her palm, and you can hear the crease of latex the crease of latex against plastic, amplified in your skull.
What did they promise you? Money? Did they tell you they'd make you a big-time communist operant? It doesn't have to be this hard.
The woman smiles, Closes her hand around the device. Oral torture. Wicked. The device isn't making any sound. It's triggering a psycho-auditory response. Tunes.
Don't pass out. Shit. Oh, there you are. Crappy. This is brand new.
Aha. Tell us about your assignment.
Silence.
Come on. It
A white flash. Cold. Static. The room buzzes, fades, clarifies. You catch a glimpse of orange in the back of the room. Breathe easily.
I smell death. Her wounds are beginning to decay. Disgusting.
She's shivering. The sepsis will kill her before we get anything. Look what you're doing to yourself.
He grabs your hair, forces your gaze downward. You see your bare chest, rotten and oozing.
Doesn't it look good?
Still gripping your hair, he slams your head back. You open your mouth to gasp and he plunges his knife between your lips. You taste the rancid, wet crumbs of your flesh on its blade. Bitter.
Swallow for me.
Pieces of you splatter across his face. Black. He wipes his face, then forces his hand back into your mouth. His fingers plug your throat, you choke. Vomit splutters out of your nostrils. You cough. It burns.
Did you like having his hand inside you? Do you want him to do it again?
Maybe we should bring Dr. Hugo here to visit you. Is that what you want? To see your...
The doctor blows onto his tea. A smell of mint rises with this.
We'll say that his little girl told us that he was the head of the network. He'll die thinking you sacrificed him to save someone else.
Who was in charge? There must be an operant in there.
Come on, don't tell him. Lie. It feels like drowning, like clawing your way through dark water, like you don't know which way is up. Your hair is drenched in sweat. Septimus soothes her, ignoring you. Loses interrogators of broken assets far more experienced than Kindred. She gave up what she could to protect what she must.
Damn fucking right it's not your fault. You don't think that, do you? Listen to the demonic hag, Karoshka. She's right. We could thrive too. We could thrive the shit out of it.
I don't deserve.
You deserve to thrive up a storm. We could move to the sunset, a penthouse. I could call in some favors with the Azola, get us set up with a dope view of Kisa. We'll watch the boats at night. We'll have rugs. And we can keep this place as our studio. Finally start making movies together, like we talked about. I don't give a fuck who Vesper is or how alive he isn't.
No. No.
She knuckles her eyes with such force, it seems as if she's trying to push him.
I want to die. I want to die.
Karska, please. We know what happened now. We can just move on. We can get some fucking takeout and watch Iron. We can go to the fucking beach or some shit. We can make movies about all this. Espionage, fighting fascists. You can make it so real. It'll blow people's fucking mind.
But it isn't real, Septimus. What's real is this. Me, scars, and dead friends. I don't care about rugs. I'm not just going...
A point of contention between them. Good. Drive the wedge. Bring her back to you.
Calm the fuck on. We all just saw what this thing...
He waves an arm madly in the direction of the headset.
Herschel's fucked. She's gone all inhuman and weird, just like Dad's guys when they done too much. You need to stay out of it.
No. Stop telling me what I need. It's you who's afraid of this. All your uncles and your dad? I'm not. I can...
Carolina sits up.
Hirsch, why are you here? Why did you come back? So there's another assignment? Another chance? Let me help.
We have our own crew. Gaffers and camera boys and shit. A producer even. And no one gets killed.
She smiles up at you, grateful and forlorn.
Karoshka, please.
I'll print.
Oh? Are you considering decorating? I told Pseudopod to use tape and not tacks if he needed to hang something. But of course, as paying tenants, you are technically allowed to personalize the space however you'd like.
though within reason is implied. Tape retains a lower profile, leaves no holes, no evidence. Also, she won't hesitate to subtract the price of wall repairs from your stipend.
So that's a no, then. Well, regardless, I know Pseudopod wasn't able to pass along the word, so I just wanted to let you know. If you do have any questions, let me know. Apologies, Operant. That's a bit beyond my remit. If you're short on funds, you should speak with your controller directly. Yes, Cascade. That's what I said. I'll be here if you require...
Bagman gestures wildly on the the sounds from the... A single sheet of paper. At the top of the page is a cascade. Possess information critical. Go all the way down. Miho. Miho. Who... Likely an acronym, not a person. Major Investigations Home Office. Malodorous, insufferable, humiliating onanism. Portofero-cosmonautics and space exploration. Not a letterhead that sees much use these days. The same location Hausman wants you to investigate. Odd. Your landlady glances up, then quickly looks back down with a non-committal Silence is the best method to retain plausible deniability. You replace the sheet where you found it, now slightly crinkled. Cascade. Possess information. Critical. Go all the way down. Miho. You make short work of the cheap paper. Soon the sheet is a sodden ball of... You swallow it down in one go. You turn away. You return to the desk. The pack slides nicely into your pocket, as though it all... ZWS, JMXVB, for Cascade. All will be forgiven. You turn away from the desk. Raw information atomizes itself on the...
Cascade. Your old schnapps, then.
A ripple through your heart. She remembers. She has a copy of your pomegranate folder open in front of her. All your
Was it as you left it? Yes. A lot of things are different now, but it won't always be easy to tell what.
Spoken from experience.
I suggest you don't submerge yourself in your darkest and most painful parts. It's not very healthy. Let's keep the past at arm's length. You're here for a new task, not to replay the old days. Now, was there something else? Tell me everything.
A pen stands to attention in a long-fingered hand.
Ah, I see. You've got yourself the famed Lucian imprinting device. Is that it? Please. Dubious lore about Lucian imprinting techniques are stock and trade. We get defectors shopping all kinds of wild tales. Personally, I find this stuff a bit hard to follow. But the usual line is that these imprints are meant to preserve the consciousness of an old political philosopher called Anonymous. Unintelligible stuff, mainly. Babble about dream erasure, mass hallucinogenic events, villages of psychic duplicates acting and thinking in concert. And yes, some of them claim to have seen magic devices that copy one consciousness onto the mind of another. Never substantiated, of course.
Nightmare-grade material. You have to try it out.
Usually, they just want money and a nice state-issued apartment in one of the nicer people's republics. It's not my job to believe. It's my job to condense fact from the vapor of rumor and speculation. No one outside La Luz understands how this imprinting business really works. If it even works. Some days I think it's all just devious propaganda. Oh yeah? Does it work? How convenient. What makes you sure your old friend didn't simply buy himself a bridge in the depth of a cocaine fugue? Believe what you choose, Operant. What else is on your mind? Yes? What do you need? Trouble with the bank. Unsurprising. The bank's ways are mysterious. Try making some noise in the city. Provoking a response might motivate Emter to move forward. Very well. I told you I can't send you on. I can only advise. Realistically, I see 3 options available to you. You could resort to a life of minor criminality, you could adopt a more lucrative ideology, or of course, you could get a job. But I have been giving you money. When you complete your tasks, you surely recall. The bursar's office is incredibly tight-fisted. I suppose we could apply for an exceptional infusion, but I'd need to provide a very compelling reason. I look forward to it. What else is on your mind, Operant? Be careful. Excellent. I hope you get what you need from them quickly. All right? As in, Nestor's failed launch? Excellent. There must be archives still in the Pittel trap. Certainly. But do get that information. I thought you said he was zeroed, Cascade. Let Constance look after him. There's all kinds of little storefronts around Party Alley. Someone has to cater to drunks after hours. Try the Central Plaza. Agreed. Fine. I don't know who you're referring to. If he is, And if he did, then there won't be any record of him in the Remembrancer's archives. Meaning that, as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't... Which isn't to say he couldn't be useful to you. So you have yourself a magic spell. Careful how you use it. One wrong word and you've cursed yourself instead.
No, entities are the lowest forms of matter in the Operant Bureau's extended cosmology, reserved for traitors, falsifiers, and thieves.
Strange of you to perform errands on account of nobody. There must be some information in it for you. Careful on the silo stairs. I'm assuming that's where they keep the good lore.
You hear her flip a notebook closed with a satisfying snap. That's the closest you're going to get to well done on this one.
Did who reach out, Operant?
The window rattles. Some night-bound animal scratches at the door.
Oh, you're still talking about the imaginary man. Sorry, thought we'd moved on. There's nothing to forget. Now, what else is on your mind?
Time to flip this situation on its head. It's your controller who needs...
Oh God, be serious. You're not suggesting this is about nominalism, are you?
No entries. Sounds fake and made up. You're not suggesting it. She is.
But that's the thing with these new watchwords. All you have to do is say, this initiative supports our nominal pillar, and they'll throw gobs of resources at you, whether anything comes of it or not. It is a way. One will make work to our advantage, in this instance. You know, it feels a bit like casting a magic spell. A very cynical one, that grants you loads of money without obligation. I let the Bursar's office know we've discovered an unexpectedly nominal dimension. Enjoy your infusion. Get yourself something nice. I know it failed. I know it nearly tanked Portofiero's economy and sent Nestor packing for the last time.
Why the interest in space? Look at it. What's it doing up there? What if it's just a big painting?
Naturally, I don't have any idea who or what you're referring to. And yet, you're saying instead of a failure, it was...
Intense skepticism. She's worried you're developing a logical framework to apply to your own assignment.
Questions. Of course. We love questions. Perhaps you have some others? An unprofessional question.
A sigh crackles in your...
It was fine. Almost over. I packed a supper for the train home. Nothing special. Just my usual. It's a long journey. Not much to see. Nothing to do. Especially after dark. Mostly just my own reflection in the glass. City lights zipping by. It's peaceful.
The heavy thud and sway of the Cohilan National Railway. She knows every jerk and bend along the route.
You too. Home here. I mean, get back safe.
The line disconnects. The bed welcomes you for a soft slumber. The stillness of the room quietens your mind as you settle down.
express.